What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I am Jay. This is Jay's Life Out Loud, a channel about nothing, but it's about something. What's going on with me? Man. So y'all know with the land over in Ghana, I'm trying to build a 1-bedroom apartment. So what it's supposed to be is what I'm hoping for, and the plan was made and everything, was that it would be multiple units. So my goal is to get, for 2 acres, I can fit 22 1-bedrooms or 2-bedrooms. So I want to complete just this 1-bedroom apartment, and then the next one that's going to be attached to it, because there be semi-attached units, and the one next to it I want to be a 2-bedroom, and so on and so forth. But right now I'm on the journey of, I started a second job, y'all. Man, it's my second weekend, and I'm not tired, but when you have those that have second jobs or third jobs, you already know it consumes all your time. That or something. And you know, there's one thing, if you got housework when you come home, you can come home at whatever time and clean up on the inside. But if you come home late from the outside, man, you can't garden, you know, unless you want to be out there with the mosquitoes and the flashlight, you know, letting the chickens out, cutting the grass. You got to do all that on your day off or your days off. But I'm just remembering, like Tabitha Brown voice, finish what you started. Finish what you started. And right now it's stacking paper time, period. That's what it is. Stack the paper, stack the paper. I'm not rich. I'm not out here blowing money. But now it's time to stack the paper. I have no choice. If I want to get to where I want to be, I'm gonna have to do what I gotta do, period. And then the funny thing is that here in America, like right now, it's a scary time. I mean, people, you can walk around, pretend like you're not scared, pretend like you don't care, pretend like everything is everything. But these are terrifying times. I mean, okay, you got your local problems, you got your state problems, then you got your United States, you know, the whole country problems. On a lower level, you can see the anger and frustration in people in their driving, tempers, patience, all out the window. You got road rage. We're not talking about regular road rage. We talking about people ramming vehicles in each other. We talking about people shooting people in the head that they driving next to. And I'm just speaking for my city, you know, I'm just speaking for here in Detroit. And it's crazy. uh, the things that are going on. And a lot of this stuff was going on beforehand, but it's getting worse. It's getting, it's getting into where children and women are getting hurt, And I know a lot of times we can like in your mind you can sugarcoat things, but you know what's going on. You hear it, you see it. Even if you don't watch the news, they playing clips of it on IG, TikTok, YouTube. I've never seen it to the point where you have a president that's cussing on live, on during questioning. He said about the war going on that what you have here is two countries that's been fighting so long that they don't know what the fuck to do. I've never heard any president talk like that, let alone a president that has a criminal record, went to war without even going through the proper channels. One of the senators or whatever, they trying to get him impeached. He's canceling, they so petty that all the Air Force bases or Navy bases, whatever it is, that's named after Confederate warriors or Confederate soldiers, they had changed them. Donald Trump and his administration changed them back to the Confederate names. It's so much pettiness going on, man. Videos of ICE, like people, if you abiding by the law, you going in to do your court date, doing your due diligence, you going in for your appointed time to get your citizenship. You've been doing everything you're supposed to do, getting your job, whatever case it may be. These people are coming out of their meetings and get put in handcuffs when they've been following the right processes. I heard a white gentleman say, can't even say gentleman. He said, none of these illegals or foreigners need to be here because they're nothing but criminals, rapists, drug dealers. And it was like, how do you know? Yeah, he got to talking about this and that, and what do you think about the war? I said, I don't know. I have no opinion. I don't speak on things that I don't know the truth about. You can put a bunch of stuff on the news. You can put a bunch of stuff on social media, whatever. I don't live there. I don't really know what's going on. Unless I sat down and talked to 2 or 3 people to tell what's really going on, I will never know. The government ain't going to tell you what's going on. You could think you're going to war over this, and it could be something as small as, we don't like the color of their flag. But there's an air of uncertainty in the United States. People are going about their way, pretending like a lot of this stuff don't exist and it don't affect them. But they seeing it in the grocery stores. They seeing it at the pump. And a lot of times things may not show up dead at your doorstep as you expected, in the package that you expected in, but it'll show up in your behavior. in your mind, because a lot of these things, they start to play with you. And then, like, we're at work, and there's 4 of us that work right by each other that are, you know, constantly talking about this and talking about that. And what I hear is frustration. 4 black guys. And I hear people trying to find not so much a way out of the United States, like with me, but they're trying to find a way out of the regular rut, the regular 9 to 5, the regular, you know, the regular struggles. You know, you got some people that got child support on them, and they don't make a lot of money, and I understand that child needs to be taken care of, but a lot of times it's so much money coming out of their check that it becomes an even harder struggle, because it's like, say your check $600, and when child support done with you, you only getting $289. And these times of day, you know, in the day we in now, how's a person to survive? And this goes for men and women, because I had a cousin that was on child support before she passed away, because her ex-husband had both of the boys. You know, both their sons. He needed to have them. He raised, and he did a good job with them raising them. But man, United States is changing. It's definitely changing. We know the malls are going away. We know a lot of people are internet shopping. But if the malls are going away, slowly but surely, that means the jobs are going away, slowly but surely. A lot of fast food restaurant chains are closing, you know, or they leaving, like they closing 7 and leaving 8 open. Here, Burger King closed a whole lot of stores. Over by where I work at, Wendy's closed. A lot of businesses are not making it. A lot of bars are closing, different restaurants. And I know, you know, times change and people do different things, but I think it's harder. A lot of these businesses don't know what to do. You know, you got a 35-year-old black man that was made CEO of Red Lobster. That's been buzzing a lot on social media. And he's turning the company around. You know, he said, you know, that endless shrimp was killing them. Now he comes with the seafood boil bags and sangria flights and something else they said he was doing. But, you know, now it's going viral that, you know, a black man is turning a company like Red Lobster around. But as far as I go, I know I'm running my mouth. As far as I'm ready. I'm so ready to leave. I've been trying to find so many avenues to make money. So many different ways of, you know, trying to find products, trying to find people to go into business with, small ventures, whatever it is. And when you don't have the capital that you need, you are at a standstill. But the thing about it is, I'm not giving up. I'm pushing forward. So I'll work my regular 40-hour job, and then I'll get off from that job and go to my 4-hour a day second job until I get to where I need. I don't care if I get it. My goal is to get this 1-bedroom apartment done in Ghana on my land. I already got my trees put in thanks to Nuhu. Nuhu, thank you. I love you, brother. And that's my goal, to at least get that done. And then I can put my worries on, not my worries, but my concentration on starting one right next to it, semi-detached 2-bedroom. And I want to be able to get to the point where, I can start renting these out, even though I'm not there, and have somebody keep the key and watch over the land, and, whoever's renting it, I want it to be fully furnished. So that's all in time. But I'm pushing for it, and I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to quit. Ghana is on my mind 24 hours, and that's where my heart is. Ghana has stole my heart, and that's where I want to be. I want to be a place where I can be at peace. I just, yesterday and the day before, I watched the Traveling Israelites videos. And the first one he did, I think with Tony, I think that's his name, Tony, my land was in the background. And as he was talking peace over the land and, telling our people what we need to do to have a safer Ghana, it was just like, man, I can't wait. I can't wait to relax. I know that, a lot of people be like, well, what about the, modern conveniences of having, all the fast food and, all the stores? I'll give it up. I'll give it up for peace. And Traveling Israelite says something. To be able to be in paradise and not have to worry about what you got to do tomorrow. And if you want to do something, you do it. If you want to focus your energy on starting a business instead of working for somebody else, you do it. Whatever you're doing in the United States, you can do there with less problems, less red tape. Finish what you started. Well, y'all have a good day. I'm going to chill for the last couple of minutes before I got to go in. I love y'all. Thank y'all all for the support. Peace.